Nutrition from the sea, nutrients that you may have never heard of, to fight obesity, cancer, and diabetes. There is a plethora of nutrition throughout the sea that most of us don't even know about. Things like fish eggs, seaweed, fish, and other nutrients that just are not found in other foods. Part of this is miraculous, and I'm going to go over a lot of it today. First one I'm going over today is seaweeds. Now, these have been used for thousands of years, and there's a lot of documentation way back in Japan. They used it back for nori wraps and ancient traditions. They prepared many dishes for kings. The ancient Greeks and Romans used it for a variety of reasons. The Hawaiians had many ceremonies with seaweed. Now, there's a primary nutrient found in seaweeds that is called fucoxanthin. Now, this has been proven to help with diabetes and lower hemoglobin A1C. As a matter of fact, there's a study done in the Journal of Life Sciences that shows that fucoxanthin dramatically reduces inflammation. Now, some different types are kelp and dulse. Kelp is the highest source of iodine that we know about. Iodine is critical for the whole body, but especially the thyroid. And seaweed has 5 times more iodine than milk. Kelp also has fucoidium and vanadium, very important nutrients. These also have been proven to help fight cancer and diabetes. And the thing about kelp is that it has a kind of umami flavor, kind of salty for savory dishes. Next up we have dulse, and dulse has the highest source of potassium that we know about. So that's also really cool. Also has lots of trace elements and trace minerals in there. It also has this red tone to it, and the color of food actually indicates the type of antioxidants. And for this case, it has ferrosontian, which is a very potent free radical scavenger. Dulse has also umami flavor, and it's kind of known as the bacon of the sea. It kind of has that kind of flavor to it. It's very good in savory dishes as well. Next, we're going to the freshwater algae, which has chlorella and spirulina. Chlorella is the highest source of chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is like the lifeblood of the plants. It's also a potent blood builder within us. Chlorella also is a potent source of lutein and zeaxanthin, very important nutrients for the vision. Chlorella is also a great chelator, which helps removes toxins and heavy metals from the body. Next up is spirulina. Spirulina is the highest protein dense source that we know about, 70% protein by weight. That's pretty incredible. And according to scientists, the earth used to have a bluish green hue to it, and there's a component in spirulina called phycocyanin. And phycocyanin has been proven to stimulate stem cell genesis, or the creation of new stem cells. There are very few things that actually can do this. Spirulina is one of them. So being a complete protein, having all these nutrients, spirulina is ideal. Next section is marine phytoplankton. Marine phytoplankton makes up about 70% of the oxygen that we breathe and makes about 50% of the vegetation. The thing about this is it contains every single nutrient that is important for sustaining life. Every type of vitamin, mineral, polysaccharide, also contains lots of minerals, antioxidants, and what it is basically microscopic algae. Lastly, we have caviar, and caviar is known as fish eggs. It has salmon roe, also from a sturgeon fish. It has the highest source of omega-3s. Omega-3s are very important for neuroplasticity, inflammation, and cellular structure, and has 3 times more than actual fish. So caviar is the #1 source of omega-3s. This used to be reserved for royalty and used to be used by ancient Russians and Persians back in ancient history. There's lots of different colors and different fish, but it should be preserved well and refrigerated well. So all this sounds great, but there are also some principles that should be used to choose wisely of the sourcing, because we know that all this is a lot of iodine, and iodine is great, but too much can be a problem as well. So when it comes to the seaweed, just don't overdo it on the dosage. The granules can be used every day, but just don't go overboard on the actual seaweed itself. Another thing is bioremediation, and a lot of these algae and seaweeds, they clean up the environment. So if you're getting it from a polluted source, we have to keep in mind that its job is to clean up the toxins in the environment. So if we're not getting a clean source, we can actually do ourselves harm. So look for a company that does testing, harvest from clean waters, but doing organic will probably be a good source most of the time anyways.